laughing at the demo.
So I've turned their volume on, but he may not be talking. So this is one that I've seen a few times.
You've seen this multiple times.
Yeah. Where all they're doing is clicking buttons. So he's just holding down the button, and people are sitting here watching.
Can we see how many people are watching this?
Yeah. Can you see the number on your left-hand side? Or no?
Oh, hang on. I need to make this bigger.
Our screen might be blocking it. Or like your picture. There's just guess.
Oh,
Compare it to
God.
who's watching us right now, which is 0. And that's going to be the main theme tonight.
Don't tell me hundreds of people are watching this.
5.4 thousand people are watching him. Click.
What? What is he covering up?
What do you mean covering
At
up?
the bottom, what's that like cloth covering?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of the clock.
Oh wait, he's going
cloth is
back.
for.
When he hits a million, what is that? A gazillion? I don't know my aliens. Is something going to happen? Is that why they're watching? This is like the line theory, you know, when people wait in line for nothing just because they're like, everyone else is waiting.
This enthusiasm is why I want you on this with me, because we are going to see things, and then and if you can't see, I can see the number of people that are watching, so I can let you know when we go to each one. I don't know why that's not coming up. I
don't know if we can leave this live, by the way. I'm kind of bought in. Like, I need to see what happens.
The number of people watching is actually behind your image on the screen, which is why it's blocking it.
Oh, so the audience can't see it either.
Well, the audience can't. Well, yeah, right. The people from YouTube can't.
Our audience,
But
quote
the
unquote.
people that are watching, the 5.4 thousand people that are watching him on TikTok.
Oh, this is totally a line problem. This is like the world's going to end in lines. This is it right now. We're watching it happen live. They're just waiting to see what may happen.
And when I say I've seen this content before, it may have been a different person. There's literally another one that has a special clicker, and all you're doing is watching him click.
What, can you see what his window is?
Mm-mm.
Like, what is this app? Is this just a...
Some kind of accounting app.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we probably should leave because nothing is going to happen.
Well, the whole point is I want you just to see the depth and breadth of the content that's out there, and then you tell me your business mind and everything what the hell I'm doing wrong, what the rest of us are doing wrong, that you and I find our content, what we're doing, is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Us going through watching lives and commenting and stuff, and we're going to get 0 people, with the exception of if your sister ends up watching, and that'll be 1. I was on here for an hour last night, and I said, you know what? I'm going to stay on until 1 person gets on, and then that'll be like, okay, I hit my goal.
Yeah.
I was at 0 the entire time.
No,
and I couldn't get off.
You know how I mean, I'm deep into TikTok, so this is perfect up. Like, I do not publish content, but I consume it all day, every day. I'm accidentally in lives all the time because when I try to swipe the live, I accidentally click it. It's like, how did someone not accidentally? Oh, this is YouTube. How do you join a YouTube live?
So if they're going to join our particular live, they would have to contact me and send me their email so I can send them the invite.
Oh, that's
Because
why.
I sent you. Well, no, but like I had 0 people watching. I could, like, if people were watching on YouTube, it would show up.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. How do they watch on YouTube? Like, TikTok makes it so you have to watch lives. Like, you accidentally click it and then you're stuck in it and you can't get out of it.
Correct.
And you're just, you know.
But if anybody were to go to, or if they subscribe to me, or they're scrolling through YouTube lives, they would come up on my YouTube channel that says, oh, Brian's live, and this is what you're seeing. What you're seeing on our screen right now is what they're seeing, the little videos of me and you, and then the big picture of what we're watching. Let's just go to I'm just going to scroll to the next one.
I know what I'm doing. I know what happens. Oh, wow. This is the live. So, okay, let me give some insight on this live. This is all we watch with my son on YouTube. I would be watching this live in real life.
And it is somewhat interesting, isn't it? I
At this point, I'm over it, but I
well, but
originally enjoyed it for him.
it's you can, again, the business side. You take out the part that you guys have done this for so long,
Yeah,
but there you can understand the interest in possibly watching this as a live.
totally.
11,000 people are watching this right now. This is the Tokyo International Airport.
Yep. This makes complete sense. The only thing that's funny about this, you know those zoo lives where you like watch a baby panda. For the record, I used to watch that. And this was before lives, so I don't even know how he watched it. It was like the zoo built a webcasting or purchased a webcasting software because that's the only reason you could do lives before there was YouTube Live. And we used to watch in work, oops. But we used to watch the baby panda. This feels like that, like you're just watching real life occur, but there's no cute baby animals. So like it's a little challenge for me. I get it. I watch these lives only because my son enjoys it. We also go to an airport park and we in real life watch this.
Well, 11,000 people are watching this one, and you and I are still sitting at 0 people watching us watch lives.
I do think this I buy this one.
Okay, well, and
There
that's why I wanted you here. I
there are
honestly,
plants in the next one.
yeah, we're going to scroll to the next one here.
Oh, that was not what I expected.
She ended. Why is being gay immoral? So you see a lot of, I see a lot of political stuff. I'm sure you do too when you're on there.
No, I'm on TikTok, so it's my politics only.
Well, but what I don't, hold on.
Oh, he's gonna roll ice cream? Oh, I'm into this.
What I
Let's
don't
go.
understand though, I mean, I do understand it, but I don't understand it for me anymore.
Hmm.
I don't want to get on and argue with people. It's just a
No,
different part of my life, but people will get on and argue their sides, and it's almost like a debate show. I get it, but I can't do it anymore. I
no. And to argue against like written comments, it feels like kind of like fighting with someone without a weapon, you know? It's like really you're that fired up that if comments were off and they were just doing a diatribe against trolls, I would be a little bit more bought in, to be honest. But if comments are on and you're arguing against written comments, it's like it's already, I think, studied that
but
like people say
they're
whatever they
arguing
want.
against other people. It's like
Two people
crossfire.
live.
Yeah, 2 or 3 people live. It's like a
That I'm more into. Like if you want to do a live debate with someone else live, like if you and I debated, fine. I don't like it when they're yelling at the comments section of their
yeah,
live.
yeah, and I've seen those too. This
That's
one
what that guy
here,
was doing.
cryo rolls. This is in Bellingham, Washington. You want to guess on how many people are watching this one?
Hopefully a lot. I'm very bought into this. They're making ice
I'm gonna
cream
hold you. I'm gonna
live.
hold you to. You got to come up with numbers as we go.
Okay. So there were 11,000 watching the airplanes. I'm gonna say 5,000.
Hey, you're good. 4.5 thousand people watching.
Oh yeah. This is solid quality stuff, but like this is actually creative. It involves some effort. You could learn a thing or two.
It's
But I think the
interesting. I get it.
airplane's more people because they're zoned out.
I get it. Do you want to guess how many people we have watching us right now? 8
0.
min- 0. 8 minutes into our live. Now, I'm not making excuses, but I've only got 75 followers, and then YouTube limits it to plus 25 of your followers. So the most I would be shown to would be 100 people.
Okay.
All right,
I
so let's
really
scroll.
think TikTok has better virality too. Okay.
Millionaire business guy, so he's probably talking business information. You want to, and at any point, let me know if you want me to turn the volume on, and then we
Turn it
can
up
hear
just
what
for
you're
a
saying.
second.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
can you hear him?
No, not yet. A little, like a louder, like that, this much.
I wonder what.
If you have a business right now, every month you have to make an offer. An offer means that this is something that we sell things for, but if you do it now, you get a special offer. So you want to provide some kind of special offer, right? Special offer meaning, okay, if you
It's not bad.
you get this.
And if you're, that I kind of get also. There's how many you think are listening to Mr. John Lee _official? He's the Millionaire Business Blueprint.
I hate his handle. I wish I could see their handles because that's hilarious. I will say 2,000.
See, I wish there was a way. The only other way I can change the format on ours,
Oh, yes.
like that.
Done.
Does that show? Okay.
Oh, it's 588. Okay. I knew it was
I almost
lower.
like having you guess though.
I know.
I
You
like-
could
I
you
like
could
you
like do
being
the reveal. Hide it and do the reveal. I'm not too bothered by what he's like. That's fine.
So
This
okay,
makes
so,
sense.
Yeah, 500 people. I totally get that, but again, I mean, you and I think are providing some really good content ourselves.
Where are our viewers? I think this is a TikTok problem. Oh my, is he yelling?
So this is Mr. Giggles01, voice impressionist. We
Let's
got to
listen.
hear. We have to hear. Okay. Is this fun though?
Yes. Oh, this is all I would be doing. I just wouldn't be talking to someone about it.
But that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't let you down. I mean, whatever I would come up with, it was going to be weird or different, but it's somewhat interesting.
What I love too is this is your TikTok. So this is like your
Well, no, this is
curated.
the tossing salad.
Okay, so it's
TikTok.
not
So
curated based on your
It's not
preferences.
because I don't use it. I don't consume on that.
Okay,
one.
okay,
I just
okay,
put
okay.
post. So let's see if we can hear what he has to say.
Michael, appreciate that, but thank you for those 20 tiny dineys. Oh, Thirsty, you didn't miss that, did you?
Can you turn it up a little more?
Thank you, Clay.
So he's getting tipped.
Not a very good one. Oh, shit. Hastings, yeah, man. Do a Karen. Oh my god, I ordered a soy latte.
Wait, he's doing an impersonation of Karen?
So he's just doing
Oh,
voice impressions. But he's entertaining people.
500 viewers, let's go!
Wait, do a real impersonation, bro.
All right, let's check something else out here.
Yeah, he wasn't the best.
He's not the best, yet he's got 500 more people watching, and he just got tipped out. Like he just got a big tip from somebody. See that? So I'm a big I can watch like cooking and like knives, like chef knives and everything. I could watch this for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm into this. But this is
What would
like
you guess?
information that would be useful to me, right? Like,
We're
yeah, I could.
assuming.
But everyone has to cook. Like, there's not anyone who doesn't cook. Like, everyone cooks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that.
I don't, like, I'm not the cook in my household, but to live at some point or another, whether you're heating something, like, you're using a knife in your life.
It looks like he's got a nice little set there. So let's see. I'm going to reveal to you.
Oh, I didn't guess. Oh,
Oh, I'm
144.
Yeah, 144. But now you're feeling bad for 144. We have 0.
I know, but I'm like, I feel like he's probably teaching a useful skill to anyone who could possibly be watching.
And it's 144 people. That's, I think, pretty good.
That's pretty good. I'm curious, like YouTube v TikTok. Like, is 144 on YouTube bad?
144 is on the lower end from what I see, which is why I really try to detach myself from getting too discouraged.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the next one. Okay, this is a common one I see a lot of, these trick shot type things.
Really? This is
They take all
Oh.
these ping pong balls and then they try to do all this stuff. I
Wait,
see
but-
these all over the place.
this, we created a course thing, or
Yeah, it looks like he's created this little. I guess he's got to pick up all his balls from somewhere.
that's not a very impressive course.
Well, but you see what he has to do? He has to.
Oh, okay.
see
We just
that?
made it more impressive. Okay. You're not very good.
And I've watched so many of these just to kind of see. I get kind of sucked into it. And the only time I've seen one person successful was last night.
This is what happens when college kids take ADHD medicine and they don't have any homework to do.
But dude, he's making. I guarantee he's getting tipped out. People are watching. How many people you think are watching him?
Okay, explain to me.
Reveal.
I don't actually know that. Oh, wait, hang on.
got one.
4,000.
He got one in. Oh, and it just missed.
4,000 people. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm happy for that number. It shouldn't be high. Wait, explain to me tipping. How does this work?
Well, it's just like on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
where you get sent badges on your lives where people are like, I appreciate, like your sister,
Mm-hmm.
for everything that she does and the lives that she does, the information that she puts out there. You have to get, I believe, to 10,000 followers to enable badges to where
Mm-hmm.
she can get tipped out for her lives.
Like, how much money do you think he's making on something like this?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's making anywhere from, like, let's just say this person right here with only like 800 people following or watching him, 10, 20 bucks every time he's doing this. And just wait until we get to, if we come across one of the big guys that do this, that have thousands of people watching, and you see the tips flying through, like, because you can send somebody, let's say, a cowboy hat that's worth X amount of dollars, I don't know, and so they get a virtual cowboy hat.
Okay.
And just you're gonna laugh your ass off when we come across some of these. Like some of the girls that we're gonna end up watching, they're just sitting there looking pretty and interacting with guys, thousands of people, and tips are flying left and right.
Now, that I can understand a little more than this, if I'm being totally honest. Like this, so I think we've talked about this. I was an early hire at Patreon, and so I'm like highly familiar with this concept. I worked at one of like the first places where they did this kind of pay for content in this like manner, like crowdfunded manner. I get it. What I struggle with and what you're paying for with this is like you appreciate this content? Like this is someone drunk with their parents' credit card who's like, I don't care, tip, tip, tip.
844 people. Okay, so let's check the next one. Oh man.
We got one.
And you know how radio people do a time and temperature? Every once in a while I'm going to do how many people are following us. We are 17 minutes, 35 seconds into our live with Chelsea, and we have 0 followers.
He says with so much solace.
Okay, here's one I've seen before.
Is this dancing?
Swingers.
Swingers like sex?
Well, like swapping.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought it was
Swingers,
dancing.
yeah, like the upside down pineapple type stuff.
Yeah, we're not talking about swing dancing.
No, not swing dancing.
I
But-
follow a lot of swing dancing on TikTok. It's very fun.
Do you?
It's just dancing, though.
Well, I mean, you never know. That from what I've listened to some of these, to be honest with you, and like I've even downloaded some of the podcasts, because the interesting thing is they do roll as a group and they come together to form this alliance of, let's just say, swingers, and they talk about the lifestyle, and what they're doing is it's all marketing, right? Because what they're doing is you get attached to them, so then you're like, oh, when are they coming to St. Louis? When are they coming to Nashville? When they do their big hotel takeovers. But then they obviously at some point end up hating on each other.
Wait,
They
are
don't
we
get
talking about
along.
swingers? Like swingers
Yes.
doing hotel day?
Yes. She is one that is like one of the most popular ones on TikTok.
Wait, can
And
we
then
listen to what she's saying for a second?
Their accounts get banned and they have to start over.
Usually, a swinger club starts with dancing,
Dancing.
and that's kind of where the party starts. You know, you're drinking a little, you're dancing, you're getting hot and heated, you're checking out everybody, and you know, if you're interested in somebody, typically you'll go dance near them, or
Oh,
if you're
not
my
swing
husband,
dancing.
sometimes he'll dance me into a couple, and then hopefully you'll spark up a conversation.
Wait, okay.
So people will ask her, and it's guys, it's like 50-50, guys and girls that are following them, and they'll ask, how do we get into the lifestyle? What do you do when you guys go to hotel takeovers? How do you approach other couples if you're interested? And it's interesting information. I'm just being open to you.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Honest. It's just
what I
interesting.
like, they're kind of they're not kind of, they're absolutely disrupting dating apps. Like there are dating apps for swingers. I have friends who've used them. They look like any of the other ones. But this is saying that like screw that, we don't need this. We'll build like a word of mouth community and do these like pop-up events.
Direct to the consumers to where they're building up their own brand.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever they go on their cruises or they go to different clubs,
You
and
know a
different
lot
things,
about
I do.
this.
I got caught up in the drama because they have falling outs, and then they go just dump the tea online.
Wait, the
Then
married
everybody's-
couples or like the club members?
The married couples.
Because you have to be married to be a swinger, right?
I don't think so. No.
Because it's not like you could just be like poly or open, but swinger is like I have a partner and we together swap.
Yeah, but then you have like what they call like a bull, and then you have a unicorn. See, I don't know if somebody from Gryffindor could be doing this type of content with me. So, like, could you see your sister talking about this stuff?
I mean,
I
I'm
don't know.
not so like I personally am like very not my like actual preferences in my relationship, but very open to conversation. I just find it super interesting.
Well,
I
great. We're
don't,
just talking about it. I'm not,
but I've gone to poly meetups. I know a lot of people who identify as poly or open in their marriage or relationship or partnership or whatever. I don't actually know any legit swingers. Like we call ourselves swing. Like normally it's like, hey, we're a married couple and we have an open relationship. I'm like, oh, cool. So this is it has to be different. Like, why are you using this word?
there's so many of them that are undercover. Like they're like, you would be surprised. And
Sure.
I know of somebody recently, like in real life.
Give me the vernacular. Like, what's unicorn?
What do you think a unicorn is?
A really hot swinger.
So a unicorn is usually a very hot,
Oh.
younger female
Younger.
that's unattached that a couple can rely on over a long period of time to where they can call her. They're trusted. They have an understanding for the relationship. They're just like, hey, we have a free weekend, and they know a super cute young female. So a young female that's like that is a unicorn.
Wait, so she's not married, the unicorn.
No, right. The unicorn is not married. She's a free agent.
So then what makes people swingers versus just like in open marriages?
Well, I think it depends maybe on the type of rules. Again, you're talking to somebody that just casually watches some lives and some podcasts. So I don't
You know the
have
terms. I don't
don't
know
have-
any of the terms.
I don't have the rule book here in front of me, but I think there's certain rules to where you have, if you have an open marriage, maybe you're allowed to go out on certain weekends and you come back and then you can only do certain things. Swingers tend to party together, so they'll go over like 3 or 4 couples at a house, and sounds like they have dinner, watch music.
Starts
and
with
they have
dancing
some
apparently, but not
dancing.
swing dancing.
And then you have certain rules, like you can, and each couple has their own rules, like you can only play in the same room as I am, or we can play in separate rooms, but it has to be in the same house. Like we have to be in the house together.
Play.
And then, you have code words when you're ready to go, and whether or not it is, what type of activities that you both are allowed to do. It's fascinating.
I am gonna go so deep in a rabbit hole very into this live. This is how this works. So okay, I do have thoughts on why this is effective. I'm gonna have to do too much research on what swinging is after this.
Or our podcast or our live that we're doing is effective.
The swinging, why swinging, but not swinging. Why this live that we're watching is
Yeah.
effective. People, but I mean swinging in general. Like people are stuck in this archetype of monogamy, and I would guess the majority of people, it is not their preference. But it's like I've been brainwashed my whole life to believe monogamy should be my preference. And so I'm stuck in this category and I can't get out of it. And so they're watching this gorgeous woman talk openly about, like, you don't have to be monogamous. That's not how marriage works. And they're loving it. Like, she's basically letting everyone explore fantasy who didn't even know what the word fantasy meant.
Yes.
She should have thousands of. How does she have 913 followers? She's like crushing the game right now.
And usually she's very popular, so I wonder if, like, this one here, this account that she's on, Mrs. Swing Nation Podcast, sounds like she had to restart her podcast.
Okay, because this stuff, this would be fire.
She's known, like, she'll make a run for Miss Southern Belle compared to your sister. She's very Southern, and that's her. Not that it's a shtick, but that's just what she's kind of. I forget what her original username was, but it was a Southern type thing.
Lovely.
And again, she's doing this, so they're building up a marketing thing to where people know her. So then when she goes and parties in Dallas, Houston, St. Louis, Nashville, wherever they go, other people in that area, in that lifestyle, want to go party with them, and then they have their pick over the couples that they want to hang out with more.
Oh, so it's not just bringing people in the fold. It's
It is, because they're making bank. And
yeah.
They're making bank doing stuff like this online. They're making bank because they have a podcast and they're getting paid that way. And then I'm sure they've got deals with the clubs that they go to where they're like, hey, we're coming in this weekend, and because they're kind of celebrity-ish, that place is going to be packed. So they probably get a cut of the door receipts.
Oh, I love this. This is so good. I am very excited to go down this. I want to know, I'm going to figure out the differentiation. I am just very drawn to, like, are you just picking a name to pick a name so you have a identifying marker, or is swinging specific? And what are the rules?
Let me know what you find out. Can you imagine doing this with, like, any other garden person right now, though?
Hey.
How fun is this?
It's very fun, and also, like, we don't know what's going on with garden people behind the garden often.
You're absolutely right, but nobody that would be out and about doing this like we are. Just doing something completely different.
Maybe.
Right? 8 years on Instagram, everybody does the exact same thing.
Well, hello.
All right, let's see here. Oh,
that means it's ended.
Okay.
Oh,
what
this
do you
is
think on this
good.
one?
Is this
game?
real? That's
No,
fake. It is.
It's a bus video game.
Oh, so there's. Oh, weird. No, I don't like this.
So you don't like it. Do you see an appeal to it maybe for some people, or?
No, yeah, that was a bad way to say it. Of course I see an appeal to it, right? Like, Twitch exists for a reason.
Right.
Now, here's why I don't like it, actually, because I at first was like, oh my God, is this real? Because if it was real, like, I've listened to podcasts and read articles on, like, the traffic jams that occur in China where, like, truckers, have you heard this? Like, truckers pack food for, like, months at a time, because if a traffic jam happens, they may be stuck for a month on the road, like a month in their truck. And so for a minute, I thought we were about to get, like, a glimpse of that, and I got very excited. And then I was like, it's a video game.
It's a video game of driving large buses and trucks in difficult areas to see if you can maneuver through.
This is a Twitch thing. Do you watch Twitch?
I don't. I know of it, but I don't. I don't think my kids.
Yeah.
They know of it too. I don't think that they're on Twitch either. How many people do you think are watching this right now?
Oh, probably way too many. Are we just gonna kill that person? Come on, bro. Let's say 1,500.
And as Chelsea says, 1,500 as her guest, or as her guess, it is now 29 minutes, 27 seconds into our live, and we have 0 followers, 0 people watching. We haven't had one person stop to say, hey, this looks interesting.
Oh, what? 6,600?
Right.
I mean,
you're pretty pretty open like I am. Probably even more so in a sense that I know that I would get, if I asked you for your honest opinion, I would probably get it.
Yeah.
What you and I are doing right now on YouTube, there's value to it, right? But there's nobody watching. What we're doing is interesting. Or is it is it so narrow?
We're basically doing exactly what these people are doing. Like, these people are watching someone else play a video game. Like, that's the same thing.
We're making funny, witty comments.
Oh yeah, this is totally a thing. I'm going to go back to, I can't imagine YouTube Live has the same success rates as TikTok.
6,000 people are watching this. 0 people are watching you and I.
On TikTok. You don't think that makes a difference?
No, I think it does, because the people that are on TikTok are just different from the people that are going to be on YouTube.
6,000 people are watching. Okay,
we
this
got a
is classic.
DJ.
Classic live moment.
Now, I'm just going to make a guess. I don't know who this guy is, but he looks a little bit older, maybe part of my generation. I mean, he's I would say he's probably spinning like 80s music. He probably
Ooh, fun
is
game.
part of my music generation. I'm just guessing. I could be wrong. You want to guess before we turn on the audio?
And be more specific. I think it's like disco mixed with some like hip hop.
I think it's all like 80s, like Stevie B and Whitney dance music, stuff like that.
Locked in the party zone. Aislinn Ellsbury, welcome in, man. Thank you so much for that big comment there. You're locked in the party zone.
Responding to are people that are sending him tips. We can't see it on the screen because we're not in his live. We're just on the feed to scroll through.
Oh, okay.
So, or else we would be seeing all of the tips and all of the cowboy hats and the big explosions of fireworks every time somebody tips him with something.
But he totally should be getting tipped. Like, people get paid to do
he's
this.
getting tipped. He is
Yeah,
getting
yeah, but
tipped.
I'm saying, like, I'm bought into this. Like,
yeah.
I hope he has 3,000 viewers. Like, this is bread and butter, right? Like, he's a DJ. He's
So
putting a party on.
How many people do you think he has?
It's TikTok. And so what worries me about what he's playing is that it's TikTok. I'm going to say 800. Oh, worse. No.
Now there's a guy called Old School DJ. Looks just like this guy who looks almost like me. And they're just DJing in their house. They'll do it 3 or 4 times a week. And they'll do like a 4-hour set. Making pretty good money. I just got to guess from the tips. Just from the tips.
Well, what?
That's not counting the views. You're getting paid from TikTok on your views as well.
But to me, this makes a lot of sense. Like, this is something people regularly pay for outside of this service. Like, why would you not pay for it virtually? How different is it really? Like, I could have him on while I'm working.
Yeah, there's Friday nights. I know this sounds sad with my box of wine. I will sit in the dark living room with DJ Old School, my boxed wine, and just enjoy some 80s jams.
So DJ Old School makes money because you're paying him?
I've tipped him a few times, and that's just out of
Yeah,
respect for
that's awesome.
I enjoy his stuff so much. I'm like, why wouldn't I tip the guy? That's the least I can do.
Yeah. No, I like this. This is the right kind of live I'm bummed that he has 346 views. Like, that to me versus that video game having 6,000.
Chelsea, we have 0.
I have
Not
no
one person.
expectations.
34 minutes and 21 seconds into our live. You telling me 100 people that this has been pushed to, not one person wanted to jump in and say, hey, what's going on here? Or this looks interesting. We haven't even gotten your sister to just stop by.
I don't know that she will, or she would have already messaged us. Oh, see, it's another video gamer.
Oh, and then I forgot to cover it back up, but you're seeing 143 people watching her play video games. And we don't even get to see what game.
That's what I was about to I was like, we're watching her face, like we're watching her reaction to the video game.
So 143 people watching her.
The video game thing is weird. So where I understand it is if you're such a gamer in the game that you're watching experts in the game, it's kind of like watching sports. I can buy that. I mean, I don't enjoy video games, but I can buy it. The bus thing, that was like, were you really learning techniques? And right now,
But there's something about a bus that's on this high cliff that has 300 people on the bus. Can he make it through all that traffic without falling off the cliff?
no, you think it's like a danger cool element?
You're waiting to see the bus fall off the cliff. That's the thing. That's what you're waiting on.
You're
Most
waiting for
people-
him to fail?
Yes. Most people aren't waiting to see how successful. You're waiting to see the bus fall. Okay, so
That's
let's keep
hysterical.
going because we're just scratching the surface, right?
Yeah, we haven't hit all the genres that I know exist.
Well, look at this.
Okay, this makes sense. This is TikTok bread and butter. He's a professional based on his gear, but the like DIY or let me show you how to DIY as a professional, that's TikTok, you know?
TikTok and a little bit of YouTube also. I could see this playing big on YouTube because
Yeah.
that's my DIY stuff that I do watch a lot on TikTok, but everything where I have to actually do something here, I go directly to YouTube to watch videos. So
That's a good point. I do
this
too.
is Bear Lake Tile Project in Utah. How many people do you think are watching him right now on TikTok? As he probably has his own little business, so he's getting paid doing this, and then on top of that, he's streaming live and probably making a little extra cash too for just letting people watch.
I'm going to say 300. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'm getting better. Jeremy. Also, I can tell this account isn't, I haven't seen content I would expect to see from you yet. This is very interesting. I don't explore generic TikTok. I'm so, and pros and cons on what this means for the world with social media putting you in such a box and like you can't escape the box. But my TikTok is a box. I love it. It's a curated box that I spent a lot of time building that is like a safe space. I may have this. I follow the trans handy woman. She's my DIYer. She's fabulous. This is like less colorful.
So, but isn't it amazing? We're in a time now that I don't know if there's really anything out there that you can't go live with and not find an audience, no matter how obscure and
Except us.
except us, except two gardeners who are going through and watching lives and making funny comments. There's no market for that. Zero. There's not one person's like, you know, that sounds interesting. Brian and Chelsea are witty, funny people. I'd like to see what they think about each of the lives that they come across. There's nobody that wants to watch that. Your sister, nobody.
If we were comedians, there would be a market. Oh, what's happening? Is that a Pringles?
So I think this might be Malaysia, depending on the subject heading. I'm not sure. So they're just kind of hanging out eating Pringles. Nothing really kind of going on, I don't think.
Okay, which means they're already famous enough that all they need to do is show their faces and answer questions. So I'm going to bet this is a lot of views. I'm going to say 1,500 views. They're also both gorgeous. 240. Okay, I'm not on my game.
I like how disappointed you get with 240, and yet you do see the 0 on ours.
I don't actually see it, so I don't have
Oh,
to.
you don't? Okay, well, it's 0. 39 minutes, 32 seconds into the Tossing Salad live with Chelsea tonight. And
How's your
this is-
YouTube page perform normally?
I would say this is not unexpected. I mean, I've only got 75 followers, and that was me coming to terms to where I have to ask people to go follow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before I was like, too much pride. I'm not going to beg people or whatever. But every one of these gurus will tell you, you have to have some kind of call to action. So if you like the content that I provided or whatever, follow on YouTube. You know all about that stuff. You have to tell people what you want them to do. I'm not good at it, but I'm really not good at it. I've only got 75 people, but it was hard getting to 75.
I don't know that, but I don't know that I'd put that on you. Like, I feel like it's a demographic thing. It's like, I don't YouTube ever. Like, the way I use YouTube is exactly as you described it. YouTube, how do I X? And that's it. And so I don't consume it like social media. I consume it like Google. And that's all. And so I think that that's got to be part of the problem. Is like, it has to be a more niche community that's using YouTube like social media. Because, I mean, all the gardeners, as for instance, you keep talking about TikTok, which I totally understand. And they're like, oh, I can't. I don't understand it. I don't find community in it. And I'm like, I love TikTok. Like, what are you all missing?
Yeah, I consume way more on TikTok than I do on Instagram as far as content.
Same.
YouTube, I consume a ton. But on Instagram, I don't consume much on Instagram. Even garden content, I don't do it anymore.
What do you consume on YouTube?
YouTube, I do a lot of DIY, soccer stuff, astronomy, sciencey type stuff. What else? I mean, just a lot of stuff, just kind of like that.
But
A
that
deep
stuff makes a
dive into all
lot
of
of sense to me. Like the soccer, astronomy, absolutely, because you have like amazing documentaries and you'll have scientists, and I just think it's probably a different market. Like, I think you need to not be publishing it to your Instagram market. How do you get users on YouTube natively?
I haven't even thought about that level yet, because I'm just at a point right now. I'm what, 7 months into this experiment of the Tossing Solid podcast. I'm just creating. I'm not worried about whether or not people are going to like it. Obviously, look what I was like, Chelsea, come do this weird thing with me on YouTube tonight. I couldn't even explain it really to you.
I knew exactly what you were talking about, just so you know. I knew
You did or you
exactly. No, I knew. I knew exactly what you were
I
talking
didn't explain it very well, and I was like, she probably doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about.
No, I knew it right away because I used to watch comedian. I shared a show that I watched with you, but like I went to a theater, not exactly this, right? TikTok didn't exist, but I used to go to theaters and watch comedians critique movies live.
And this, I don't
This is
think
great.
it's an accident that you and I kind of hit it off towards the beginning, where Brianna kind of brought us in together, but then just knowing that, okay, you guys would probably get along or whatever. And then we did the whole Star Wars thing, which I thought was totally fun. It doesn't surprise me that you kind of got what I was wanting to do tonight, but then I am still kind of surprised because I had a hard time in trying to explain what I wanted you to do. I was just hoping that you have a sense of humor enough to be like, fuck it, I'll try something.
Oh, I got it. The second you sent that first message, I got it. I was like, oh, but it's too late. But I was very, very down. Also,
This is fun though.
this is fun, and this live is fire. Like, I want a Buffy the Vampire moment to occur. Oh, we're seeing Ghost. See the ghost?
Haunted Wesley Manor, documenting entities in a cemetery.
There's a ghost.
What do you think right now this channel is pulling on TikTok?
It's got to be pretty high. I'm going to say, I've been so wrong lately. I'm going to say 5,000. Oh, come on. This is Ghostbusters.
I think you and I could make, like, we can come up with ideas for content. Like, I think this is brilliant. And I know probably outside of me and you right now, obviously nobody else does. But do you think it's just a matter of people just finding us down the road doing stuff like this, or do you think this is pretty niche? Like, and mind you, we're watching somebody walking through a fucking graveyard right now.
Yeah. You think this live is niche or us commenting on it is niche?
Both. Well, us. Yeah,
Another
well, us
ghost.
specifically.
No, I don't actually think this is niche. So from the way I've understood it, even TikTok, and I don't know if YouTube, how different it is, you need to have two things. Like one, if you're going to get popular fast, you either need to be really famous or have a viral moment occur. And then the other side is just like you've been creating content for long enough, the algorithms like you, and like you have slow growth. I think most people who didn't have a viral moment just had like nice slow growth until they finally did have, I guess. There has to be something that goes viral or is interesting enough. So many ghosts.
But this is why I'm bored with my garden life. Again, I've done it for 8 years.
That's
I
fair.
find this stuff just more interesting. I just don't know, you know.
No, that's totally fair though. Like I was even telling Brie this. I was like, so last year was my first year growing my own spring garden. 2 years ago, she built it from scratch. She brought everything, all the plants, she designed it. I just had to put them in the ground in the right spots. Don't screw it up, Chelsea. Like it was that simple. Last year, for like 2 months, I agonized over what I was going to plant in the spring, did tons of research, consumed everything. This year, I planned it in one night over the course of 3 hours. And so it's like suddenly the content that's educational is sort of, I don't want to say useless to me. I'm still learning, but I really want the funny content. Like I'm not there for the educational content. I'm there to admire other people's gardens, get creative ideas from viewing them, and, you know, see the funny. The educational starts to be like, yes, I know, I have a soil starting mix now, you know?
Do you feel like you are kind of immune to validating the quality or the substance of the content that you have, or doing certain things based off of how many people it pulls?
Oh no, me? Yeah, I don't look at it at all.
Like it doesn't bother you is what you're saying?
I don't pay attention to how many likes or views or comments I get at all. I look for reactions from my friends the same way I do on my personal Instagrams. My personal Instagram's private. So I'm looking for reactions just from my community. So even though my garden Instagram is public, I'm still looking for those reactions, and that's it. Like I'm looking for like, oh, Brian liked it. You know, like I'm not like, oh, I have 500 likes. I'm like, who are these weirdos liking it? Who are you? I don't even know you.
So the 0 people watching us right now wouldn't affect you in doing this again? Is what
No,
you're saying?
I'm not even noticing. So okay, so I was actually, you'll appreciate this. So we've been talking about this. You probably know more about me than anyone on garden Instagram than my sister. So it's very fun. But I make content on LinkedIn, and I have a podcast, and we've talked about that. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm like announcing this to no one watching.
But we just never know.
Yeah, you never know. But part of it that's interesting. So I was talking to a fellow coach today, because I'm a management leadership coach, about the podcast. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to have you on. And he's like, what do you do? What would the episode be about? And I was like, well, you know, I explained it. And I was like, honestly, the reason I use the podcast is very similar, I think, to what I've learned from you, is I want to be able to take people who I just connect with professionally and vibe with them in a creative element. And I think publishing it forces a more innovative and creative space than if you were just talking the two of you.
Sure.
Like it has you in a little bit different of a persona. So I was like, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if we'll get any views, right? Like I'm going to publish it on LinkedIn, so I know we'll get some views. I have some of a market there, not huge, but that could be it, right? That could be the whole reach. But it's fun, you know, so this is really just a place to play. And I have to say that because it does take their time, and I respect their time, and, you know, but I'm like, this is a place to play, but I totally get, so 0 to me because it's published live, it's just an interesting vibe. You know, we're watching a guy like skin fat off meat right now, which is kind of good content.
But whether or not the content you and I are talking about, the little snippet that we put out there, whether it's on LinkedIn or YouTube or TikTok or whatever, but it's always content that you can post somewhere else that's already ready to go. There's a message there. And really, I think regardless of the message that you were trying to portray, and I think about it in these terms also, it's not so much in the clip of what happened in the clip. The content is me. And the content that you put out and the information you put out is helpful, but the content really is you. So at any point, maybe it's not now, your time isn't now, but maybe your time is a little bit down the road to where then people can point to, oh, there's this trove of content here that I can get some more stuff from.
Yeah. It'd be a very interesting. So I did think about that actually today, because for some reason YouTube feels more public than Instagram, which is so strange. I feel like Plant Instagram is this like sacred holy space where other people in my life can't enter. And I know that's not true. It's public, you know? And so I'm like, oh, I'll post anything on there. I don't care. YouTube, I was like, that's, so if you Google my name, that's curated. If you Google me, it's very curated information.
Right.
And so I was like, if I keep doing this, and so what I actually came to was, I have not shown like authentically me in every parts of my life in a while. And so I'm trying to do more of that. So I was like, yeah, if you Google me and you start to see this, you actually start to get to know me as a person a little bit more. And like, that's pretty cool. And you can't do that anywhere else. Like you can find my publication, you can find my businesses, you can find my interviews, you can find like Chelsea Side business owner. You cannot find Chelsea Side likes Star Wars a little bit too much and is also obsessed with gardening and does really weird stuff with TikTok. Like,
I will offer $1 million, of which I don't have anywhere close to $1 million, to anybody that if they were to somehow search on Chelsea's Side and they end up on this live with me and you, $1 million to them. This is one of those things that I think it's going to live in this dark corner of YouTube that it'll never get seen. And again, we're 52 minutes, 38 seconds into our live with Chelsea, and we've had zero. Not that there's just zero people now. No one has stopped. That zero has not. I've seen it change in a live when I first tested this software out a few weeks ago with Amanda one night. And we had a guy that just popped in, started conversing with both of us, and then he wanted to join the live, and of course Amanda and I were both like, we don't know.
Not a good idea.
It's not a good idea. But then Amanda and I were both like, next time that happens, we're absolutely going to let him in because the shit show is the content. Let's just do it. And there's a little protection in that she and I are both there together. But yeah, 53 minutes. Chelsea, not one person.
I'm looking at I'm Googling myself. Something only crazy people do. So there's one other person named Chelsea Side, and she is currently on the #1 page, which is very annoying because it's normally only me. You're right. None of the stuff we have done comes up.
And at this point, we have to say, okay, that's fine, right?
Yeah, but I'm just look so
But
boring and
think-
businessy.
I
We need
think
to fix that.
on the business side, if I saw something like this where I'm dealing with you on business, but then I stumble on your Star Wars stuff and you just having fun and you're letting loose,
Wouldn't that be great?
that would win me over.
So
And
that's
for the people that it doesn't win over, for the people that maybe it would turn off, that's a good thing too.
yes, but this is all a new. Okay, I'm done. This is all a new, not a new realization. So it's a strategic realization. Oh my God, what is this? This is, I don't know why this is great. I like old school video games for some reason.
This is ice.
Now it's gonna go off with all the messages coming in. I hate that shit. Great.
You can't turn off her audio.
I was muting it.
Can
It
you?
wasn't.
Is there not like a thing on the iPad, like there is on the phone, like the sound?
We'll just kind of sit here at her desk.
Guess not.
Pretty girl.
Miss, are you famous?
She's got her workout outfit
you hear that?
on. Looks like kind of a bra top thing.
It's a bralette.
Bralette, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, good
Do you think
idea.
that's
Like literally.
purposefully done for the live, or do you think that's just like, hey, it's just what I wear when I work out, and let's just do a live?
It's not. It's
Oh my
not for working
God.
out. I
it's
think it's
not.
purposely done for the live, unless she lives in this like southern
There we
Florida.
go.
Like I could be wearing this in
Oh,
the
okay,
summer.
wait, I got it. Okay. I got it.
How many people before
Cool.
I reveal it?
Hi.
Miss Popular. I know, it's a hard life.
Oh, 76. Okay, I feel better
Nor-
about that.
So many
Normally, I would
notifications.
say- I think
Yeah.
this one's the exception. The 76 watching her is the exception. And I think as the night goes on,
Did I ever end up
Like
hooking up with the
this,
landlord?
number
No, but crazy story. He texted me the other day.
things get way more thirsty at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
My teeth are so
And
white.
it's
I just
weird.
ran out.
If you're
Hold
into,
on.
like,
This is literally my secret.
studying-
Everyone always tells
what
me
is
my
it,
teeth
like,
are really
you
white.
study
This?
like,
Hold on.
Sociology.
Sociology, watching TikTok lives at 2 o'clock in the morning and watching how people
Oh.
interact, that is absolutely fascinating.
There has to be people studying this. Like there has to be. Also, do you remember
Kidding, I
chat
threw
room?
away. But it's like the
I
Trident
never did it.
whitening
I know of it.
gum.
You never did it?
No.
Story time.
Oh,
Come on. There's no way.
But you
Because
don't
There's
do-
only
you
one
just
thing
sit there.
associated with it. There's only one thing associated with it. And
I
I'm not
said-
judging. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying.
Like we didn't do that. Like so, I never did it alone. This is like a classic girl move, right? There'd be like 3 of us at a
Yeah.
sleepover
I-
doing
I've seen
chat
clips.
roulette.
I've seen clips.
We're not doing anything. We're just watching,
I
and you're
know.
just sitting here scrolling, and it's like you would bet on when the penis would come up. Just
Yeah,
like
it's
keep going.
But that was the whole part of the chat roulette. And there are things to where you just search on chat roulette videos, and it's
Oh, yeah.
exactly what you describe. It's 3 girls that are just sitting there and they're just waiting for the one video to come up.
But it's not because you want it to come up. Like it was just a joke that it was gonna come
Exactly.
up. Like it
No.
wasn't porn. We could research porn. It was just like
It's what you do with your friends, and you're just like, let's just.
yeah, it's like
do
a
this
Jack in
until
the
sometime.
Box.
Right,
Like when
yes.
is the Jack in the Box? I don't know. It will happen. What is she?
She's singing.
Singing.
So this is Trisha Holly singing 2000 songs. So I'm going to turn the volume up on this. Let's just see. You said you and Bree sing, right? You guys
Yeah.
have good voices.
I feel like that one it's like just too low. So we're gonna put a pin in that one and do a song that's better than that. Well, the
She's got a
song's
little
still great,
Mini
but
studio. She's got
thanks,
some
guys.
sound-absorbing tile
gotta
here,
go
so-
high. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like, okay, I feel
He's
like
pretty
it
legit.
went well up into a point, and then it was like, still for less, hard at 23, and it got really low.
Fucking soprano
But
ones,
we
man.
have, I did see Fireflies. I added it to the list. Oh my gosh, Cascada. Every time we touch.
Okay, sing. I want to critique.
Okay,
you.
no more requests. No more, because I will,
She's so busy, she's
I'll
taking
keep writing them
requests
down,
and
and
writing
then
them
I don't
down.
get to them, and then I get sad. So
How many people? How many
don't
people
make me
quit
sad.
before she starts singing?
Please.
3,000.
Please don't make me sad. I feel like I have gunpowder
Okay.
and lead.
The thousands
Gunpowder
are.
and lead.
r-
I do.
more
Okay,
rare.
so this is a harsh change. Just FYI, it's gonna be completely different.
This gunpowder and lead. Hell yeah, Marina Lambert.
Oh, I also forgot to show you guys my new mug that Elizabeth got me that I'm using tonight.
Sing. Sing.
Sending her stuff. She's busy.
Isn't that cute?
She's busy interacting with the 600 people following her.
I went to hear.
You and I have to get to it because there's nobody. We have to keep.
All right, here we go.
Sing, sing, sing. She's. That track is risky. Sing it clear.
County Road 233 under my feet. nothing on this right rock bottom. Got 2 miles till he makes bail. And if I'm right, we're headed straight. I'm going home, rolling on my shotgun. Way by the door and light a cigarette. He wants to fight, well now he's got one. He ain't seen me crazy yet. Slapped my face and he shook me like a rag doll. Don't that sound like a real man? I'm gonna show him what little girls are made of. Gunpowder and lead.
Oh, no.
It's 10:30. Another 6-pack in. I can feel the rumble like a cold white wind. He pulls in the dry gravel flies. He don't know what's waiting here this time. Oh, I'm on a home road alone, my shotgun way by the door and light a cigarette. He wants a fight, well now he's got one. He ain't seen me crazy yet. Slapped my face and he shook me like a rag doll. Don't that sound like a real man? I'm gonna show him what little girls are made of. Gunpowder and lead. His fist is big, but my gun's bigger. He'll find out when I pull the trigger. He wants to fight now he's got one. He ain't seen me crazy yet. I'm gonna show him what little girls made of. Gunpowder and lead. Woo! Hey! These cats are gonna be the death of me. I feel like I didn't get to sing most of that song. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys. Yeah, they're the best. Just two. But they're enough. Thanks.
Can't hear me? Switch TikToks.
I'm so embarrassed that my glasses are fogging up. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Jay.
All right,
Lord,
so Chelsea wants
oh
us
Lord.
to switch TikToks here. I heard that part, but something's
That
going on.
time I went out when Michelle was out there, country loving girl here.
Okay, so
Frank was also out there, and he brought
the volume's
me
off.
a sample
No, it's
thing
not.
of moonshine.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but yeah, huh?
Oh, weird. The volume is down. Okay, wait, hang on. I have to talk about that girl.
Tell me
I
why
was
that wasn't
terrible.
good. I thought that
She was
sounded good.
terrible. Okay, her voice was fine. It was like sing-songy, very singer-songwriter, very I'm soprano one in choir. Number one thing that I was worried about, she said it's too low, and then she was going to sing Miranda Lambert. Like that should have like growl, and you're talking about gunpowder and lead. You're talking about your ex-husband getting out of jail, showing up at your house, and you shooting him. You're standing outside with a shotgun, and girlfriend's like, I'm going home, gonna get in my shotgun. Like, what?
Chelsea, you realize we're critiquing somebody that has 645 more people than we do.
I don't care. I'm right. Ask anyone. I am right. Like, maybe she sings.
Who do you
her
want me to
songs.
ask right now? I'm looking. It's just me and you.
I hear that, and I am arrogant enough to say that was upsetting. I was sitting here and I couldn't only not hear her, and I was like, "This is awful, Brian. Help!"
She obviously has fans. I mean, if you have 600 people, if you have 100 people watching you on a live,
I'm gonna start singing that song, and we'll see if.
Do you think that you and Brianna could get together next time you guys are together for dinner, and like just maybe a couple bottles of nice wine, and you guys do some karaoke?
Oh yeah, we're doing karaoke for our birthday.
Would you do that on a live or no?
I mean, why not, right? If she has the balls to do it, I should be able to do it. That girl was terrible. No, we could do it. It's interesting. So there's So Bree's probably legitimately good. Like Brianna can both write music, she can read music.
Brianna is Chelsea's twin sister, who is
Yeah.
not only not on this live, but she's not even watching it. But just so that people know who we're talking about.
We'll have to tell her. I think that she could impress. I am not bad. I have, what is it called? I want to say perfect pitch. That's wrong. I have very good pitch. So if you play a note and I can figure out harmony, and like that's impressive. That's not impressive, but that's not as impressive. And then the other thing is there's like a syndrome, us alto twos. I'm an alto two. I have a very deep voice, and we're not generally accepted in society. Like when people look for good singing, they want a range. So like, oh, I want to hear how high you could go. That's the whole conversation. So not that I want to do it, but I wouldn't do it and be like, oh, I am just as good as like Adele. I'm not crazy, right? I think I am better than most. Like the average person, if you were to hear them singing, you'd be like, oh, Chelsea's actually a good singer, is generally. And I'm like, yes, thank you. I know that. But it's not like I could be famous.
See, this is the brilliance of this live of ours, and the fact that I think you and I can pretty much talk on just about anything and touch on. Between the two of us, one of us has some kind of background experience in something that kind of touches on this.
So who has experience with these two? First, what did their shirts say?
You're going to shit your pants, but I know the guy.
No. Wait, it says I'm with the cougar? Oh, I'm the cougar. I'm with the cougar. You know the guy wearing the shirt that says I'm with the cougar, like personally?
I know of him on TikTok. He's
Oh
a
my
pretty
God.
big guy on TikTok. He lives out in the middle of West Virginia. His name is Nate Petrosky. And
Petrosky?
he does a ton of
Russian?
content about living out off the grid. He's a super nice guy. He gets trolled all the time. And the way he kind of handles it, I love it. I love the information he kind of espouses and educates people. He does a really good job of it. He also has a separate religious channel, and he makes sure to let people know, hey, when you're watching this channel, this is all kind of like homestead, living off the grid type stuff. And then on the other channel, he's like, hey, this is my kind of religious channel. And he's very much he acknowledged, he was like, look, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this when you're on here. Just make sure you know which account you're following. So I've watched him. He's got like the place that he's built up on this fucking hill in West Virginia in the middle of nowhere. He's got his own little coffee brewery place where he roasts his own coffee beans, and his coffee bean name that he has up on his wall is He Brews Coffee. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of, I mean, okay, that's clever. I like it.
Yeah.
I think he's a nice guy. And look. So he's
They're
getting
buying him
shipped out.
chips.
Do you see? Yeah. Do you see
Yeah,
that
he
hat?
got two. That's his second hat. Wait. I think, oh, he has a fake hat. I think he's like, buy me the cowboy hat. Is that more expensive? I think if we're going to keep doing this type stuff, we need to have some basic, like, I don't know where you stand on certain things. Like some basic principles on like what is, because when I just heard what you said, I had like a visceral reaction and then was like, I don't know what would be offensive.
I can tell you this: 1 or 2 or 3, we can have a podcast where we can actually like have a good conversation of like putting cards out on the table just to see. And I can tell you, 1, I will tell you whatever it is that you want to know. 2, I absolutely have so much respect for not only you but for Brianna that there's nothing that you're going to come at me and say that I'm going to be like, well, fuck this.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you can't. When you have a certain respect for somebody, you can have any kind of conversation with them. Now, these days, I don't even offer that up to anybody that in real life. It's just not worth my time anymore to get into any kind of conversation with people on that level. Oddly enough, I used to do it back in college. I was very much involved in the political scene here in Missouri, and I would have a lot of my friends that were opposite of me of certain things.
Sure.
It'd be 2:00 in the morning. We'd come back from clubbing. We'd come back to my townhouse, guys and girls, and we sit around and talk and be on completely different sides.
Mm-hmm.
And no one got upset.
Yeah.
We just kind of threw stuff out, and then everybody got with each other afterwards. It's totally different, but
Swinging.
with the exception of me. But yeah, so I'll invite you to that if you want to do that.
Okay.
We can sit down and have either a podcast or you have an off the record chat.
Oh no, I
You
would
can ask me
totally do
whatever.
it. I would totally do it. The thing I think, and I'm kind of just in what you described, drawing mindfulness to this right now. Like, I don't think I've said this out loud or thought of it this way. But I think to me, the most important part is probably not assuming a box. So I'm even backpedaling. Not that I wouldn't mind doing it, but I'm like, actually, once you have identifying markers potentially, you make assumptions about someone's beliefs on a specific thing that shouldn't be made, right? Like, I shouldn't assume one thing or another because I know one thing or another, because hopefully people are complex and that's not true. My reaction, I mean, so
You've said that before, and especially in our Star Wars thing, which I find the information and the conversation points that you bring to a lot of the things that we talk about to be quite fascinating.
mm-hmm.
But I think you're holding people in general to a much higher standard than what you or I actually encounter. Unless you roll with
So-
much higher.
I hear you. I don't
Impressive
think
people.
they're aware. No. I don't think they're aware of their complexity, but I think they're complex. Like, at a bottom line, I think people are complex. If they're unaware of it, fine. But if you're willing to do what you just shared and like get into an academic discussion and say like, why? I'm curious, like, why? And I don't mean why because I'm trying to push your buttons. I mean, share more. Tell me more about that. Like, that's interesting. If you're willing to get there, you can start to find like, oh, you're more than your political party. Unfortunately, you've been running around only showing that, but that's not actually true. Like, there's layers to everyone. Once you get into it, it just depends. And I'll share right now, just because we're watching this, my gut reaction when you said that,
When I said what?
when you shared his 2 pages. But I think this is also important when you're having discussions. I had a gut reaction based on assumptions and triggers. And then I could step back and say, oh, upon thinking about it more, my gut reaction was, how dare he not be honest about the full nature of the content he creates, to where suddenly I'm supporting Chick-fil-A and not knowing, that they're actually pouring a lot of money into anti-gay campaigns or something like that. It kind of feels that way to me. But then if I step back, I don't know what religious content he's creating. I don't disagree with religion in its entirety. Like, I just made 10 assumptions about what that meant,
I totally understand what you're saying. I do. I understand what you're saying there. I think, and I could be wrong, it's not like he and I are buddies or best friends. I know of him on TikTok.
Yeah.
That he possesses something that you rarely see these days. And I'll say, from when I say these days, let's just say 2016 on,
Mm-hmm.
to where he is consciously aware that maybe there's some things that he believes in
Mm-hmm.
that may not be for other people, and he's going to go ahead and separate that so that the people that want a specific type of content is going to go here, and then other people that would like to hear about this other kind of content can go there.
But he's not hurting others with the other content. He's just saying like, oh, and I also believe in God.
Not that I know of, but I don't follow his other account too closely, because I'm that's not what I'm there for. I'm
Okay.
there for he just built solar panels all over the place, and I'm curious how that works.
Yeah, like initially when I heard like West Virginia off the grid
I know,
makes his
yeah.
own cop, I'm like so rad. Like I'm very, oh my God, living the dream. Like that's so cool. And then the second you brought up the religious channel, but I will say, my public garden page is not at all linked to my private accounts, which are private anyway. And then in addition to that, I have thought about it and I've been very intentional around like what I share and don't share, mostly because like the people I really appreciate and respect the people I engage with in the community. And I'm a little concerned. I have very polarizing views generally. We'll share that.
Which obviously starting with Jar Jar Binks, but I'm
See?
sure there's a whole list of other things. And now that I know your husband, when I asked him tonight when he was being the IT person for us, and he was like, "Well, I like him." I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah.
He
Well,
likes him too.
I'm curious, like, so he is not antagonizing in any way. It's like he's kind of hard to like get into debate generally. Like he likes to win, but the way he was like, yeah, I like it. Yeah, they're all good. I was like, you're just trying to avoid the conversation.
I felt bad that he got roped into being the IT person. I hate when that
he doesn't
happens.
mind.
And so I was like, oh, this is all this guy fucking
Well,
wants
we've
to
been
do.
discussing this actually more broadly because I talked to him about the advice you gave. He kind of makes the hardware. Oh my, hello. He kind of makes the hardware decision. Is that a normally proportioned person?
Which proportion are we talking about?
It looks
Head
like
being
she's
too big?
using a filter.
You
Yeah.
think she's a little too airbrushed?
Is her
at the
head
top?
too big? Oh, is it over?
Might be over.
Are there filters on lives?
I think you can. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
I think so, but I'm not totally sure.
the filters are freaky.
See, I feel going on our conversation before. I was trying to find something for us to watch here. This is another thing that's big is watching people
Oh.
gamble.
พวกเนี้ยคือรอบสุดท้ายนะครับผมและฟอร์มพวกนี้คือรอบสุดท้ายนะตัวนี้ได้ฟอร์มตัวนี้เลย
This guy's putting on. Looks like he
อันนี้คือลูกค้าสั่งไว้แล้วนะครับผมมา
His sound is on.
ไปตัวนี้อัดแรดฟอร์ดนะครับผมเป็นเพลเยอร์ไฟเอส
This looks tied. He's putting names in the back. How many people are watching this?
800.
มาแรดฟอร์ดตัวนี้
Custom.
Watching this guy. Is that, do you know, is that tied to the bottom left there?
I don't know. It's not Chinese, Korean, Japanese. Yeah.
It's time, maybe. But anyways, the guy has 2.3 thousand people watching him put on name and number on what is
ไปลงไปครับผมลุยลุยผมนั่งอัดอย่างนี้ไปเรื่อยนะ
safely say that.
ผมจะสั่งต้องมีวิธีสั่งอย่างไรบ้างครับ
I can
พี่กดพี่กดซ้ายตะกร้าซ้ายมือด้านล่างอ่ะกดเข้าไปมันจะมีสินค้าให้เลือกนะครับผมว่าจะเป็นแมนยูสีแดงเสื้อแมนยูสีเขียว
I don't. So you can't hear it, but I
I can
think.
hear you.
Yeah. So I was listening to him. It's like must be a bug. Okay, what is this?
This is a fascinating thing that I watched a little bit yesterday. It's a tree trimmer type thing. It's like a crane, and it's got a trimmer that can strip a tree and then move it.
Whoa. Oh, it,
Fascinating.
okay. So this kind of stuff, like I can see the views, like 1.3, love. Is this kind of stuff? It's kind of like how it's made.
Yeah.
You know, like I hope people find interest in this because I think it's really unfortunate how little we know about how the world works around us. And me myself, like I don't look into things as much as I should, because at some point I think your brain just like checks out. It's like I don't
Look
know.
at the way that it's just able to handle like full-size trees. It strips the tree down to the bare trunk, strips it, and then it's able to move it.
So cool.
Can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah. Yeah.
So going into tonight, in my head, I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that it would actually be probably pretty good knowing what I did about you or whatever. But I wanted to give you an escape parachute, a golden parachute, to where you could like jet, like you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. Because I was kind of afraid that it might be, it could also be a bust. That you'd be like, this is way too fucking weird.
This is like literally what I would be doing in my free time, just alone.
So I was going to say, Chelsea, at the beginning, I was going to offer up and say, hey, how much time do you have? And then we'll put a timer on this. And then I would make sure that you would be able to get out of this for 30 minutes, and then you would probably never do this again. We're at an hour and 20 minutes, and I feel the momentum, unless I'm wrong, I feel the momentum is like it's just going, and we're having a good time, despite the fact that we've had not one person stop by.
I have no idea that people are stopping by, except I can keep hearing them. Wait, I want to hear what she's saying. Yeah, you can hear her? Oh, she's smoking weed? And she's listening to,
See, I've got if you look down here, I've got it.
I mean, I can put my cash up in here,
Hear her?
but I don't want to beg anybody for money. That's not me. I earn it.
she's begging people for money right now. And she's listening to Praying by Kesha and begging people for money. Is she naked?
No, she had a swimsuit.
Thanks for the follow.
It's kind of sad, actually.
I like a variety of music, honestly.
So the one thing that I've noticed on some of these, and I've gotten to the point in my life to where I can acknowledge there's a pretty person, but I'm not like one of them.
Thanks for the follow.
I'm like, a lot of it, well, I wouldn't say a lot. Let's just say there's a few times where I'll come on some of these lives.
Thank you, but I'll have my boys with me, so
And it's not meant to be sad.
It's nothing personal,
They
like
got
against
a
you.
lot of good pages,
I
a
just
lot
don't
of people
trust
watching.
nobody around my kids.
It reminds me.
My sister was in a rollover accident, rolled 14 times. She's in the ICU trauma room. I can't be there right now, in case, like, for an infection.
Oh, she's in a hot tub.
And I had to drive back home.
I can still hear
I
her.
don't have the financial funds to
See, that's weird. It's
stay there
for
right
me.
now.
So I've got no volume, and this down here on
I
the
really wanna
bottom
be close
left,
to
you
her.
see my cursor.
Oh, I know.
Anything happen.
And
It's muted.
by the way, I also didn't make the assumption she's begging people for money. She said the words. I'm begging people for money.
149 people, which I would have, if I were to guess, if we were reversing this, I would have said she probably would have had a couple thousand people watching.
Really?
Yeah. And that may be the case here as the night goes on. And there'll be people tipping left and right.
She's now listening to Unsteady.
Hello, if you want to stay in, tip 10.
Okay, go to the next one. This one's sad. I feel badly. I don't know, and I can still hear her, so it's very loud. Oh, thirst trap season. It's getting late, huh?
Oh, that
it
one
ended.
ended. We missed that one.
Oh, I love these.
This is the first.
The spinning?
Oh shit! Where did he go?
Whoa, the spinning is a first?
This is no.
The throwing?
A guy doing clay.
Oh, really?
This is the first that I've seen this on TikTok. Usually, it is a attractive female
Oh, no.
that has a shirt and the camera angle to where they're obviously using what they have, and there's a couple thousand people watching, tipping.
Is it like I hear you, but like, is it obvious, or are they just a woman wearing a shirt? You know?
No, it's obvious. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Because
I get it. I know.
So I am not endowed in a way. It would have to be. It would never happen. I'd have to be breastfeeding for it to be obvious. So it's like it could just be a woman wearing a shirt and
wearing a shirt that she likes. I get it. I get it. I understand what you're saying. I would say I'm 85% sure that they know the algorithm. They know who their market is. They know where they collect their money from on TikTok. And hopefully, as we're going through, we can see.
So these are normally what I see, but I like the ones like he's doing that are a little less artist creative and a little bit more mass production to give you an idea of what mass production looks like. I just find it very interesting. Like from what I can tell, he's just like mass producing one kind of bowl. And we don't see that with like American potters. They're normally doing something like, or I don't personally on TikTok see that. So I normally follow this because I'm like, oh, that's how you mass throw one kind of pot.
And so you're throwing out terminology that is part of that community. So you're familiar a little bit with it. But yeah, I'm fairly certain I know that most of the girls that are doing this on here, they're playing into a little bit. They know, and look at the way that that you're using the clay and you're making it into this shape, and then I want to find one tonight. Hopefully we find one before we get off. And then we can talk about it. I know what you're saying. I do. I honestly do.
I don't think I hear you.
I
don't think. And I don't identify as a straight woman, so it's not like I'm missing it. But I don't think you're right.
I'm just I know it could just be that's just the shirt she enjoys to wear. We just have to come across it and then analyze it together at the same time.
Okay. We'll find it. This
I have no idea kind of what's going on. So you would think that, okay, well, what's the redeeming value? And again, we all value things differently.
he's a Twitch star.
How many people do you think are watching Jaffer TV right now?
Oh God, after the bus thing, I'm worried. Probably like 3,000. Oh, okay. The bus thing had 6,600 views.
But Chelsea, I mean, I think, I mean, we're not idiots. You and I mean, the things that we say, there's a spark. I do think that we both, well, I mean, you, for sure, you say things that are worthy of listening to, that makes sense.
I know one's listening to us.
Not one person has stopped by to be like, what is going on? You know, Bree, all she had to do is just like, I feel bad because she knows nobody's watching Brian's YouTube live, and my sister's going to be on it. I was invited to be actually on it, but you know what? I really don't want to do it. Why don't I just go to watch, make a comment, and then go to bed? We can't even pull that, you and I.
I think it's just different niches. Like, I can't even imagine how. I need to, after this is terrible. I don't even know how YouTube Live occurs. Like, I can't fathom it. I know exactly how this is happening. Oh my God, is this fake bags? It says verified. I feel like it's not.
So she's selling bags, whether they're real or fake. I don't think really matters to you and I, because I'm going to ask you, how many people do you think Arkin Luxury New Year's sale? This looks like a place like you would go to in Vegas between the casinos.
Yeah, this is like
how many people are watching right now?
I've been so wrong lately. I'm gonna go with 600. Oh, okay. I'm not terrible, but I'm not great.
But again, it's marketing. People are going to buy stuff from her in addition to watching her stuff.
Verified authentic. So this is used vintage fashion. This is not Chinatown back alley bags.
Well, I mean, you're going off of the graphics that they're putting up.
Yeah, but
You and I, you could stumble on the Tossing Salad podcast and be like, "Oh, this guy knows what he's doing."
yeah. Oh God, I like to think. Oh, we got another gamer.
This is the Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, like, why not Twitch? Like, what? How is TikTok serving you better? I didn't even know gamers were on TikTok because that's how curated my TikTok is. Like, this is so interesting.
Yeah, but maybe it's a thing of, and I don't know, but my thing is, well, maybe because Twitch is so saturated with nothing but video gamers.
Yeah.
That
Why not?
well, maybe I can create my own little niche. 432 people watching them play Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, that can't be great compared to maybe, but I think you're right. It's probably just saturated. Oh, I love these. Okay, shoe cleaning. I bought a bunch of shoe cleaning stuff. I got very into it. I just was like, okay, I'm gonna start like investing more in the things I own. And it's not fancy things, but just, I
Are
used
you
to like
into like the whole sneakers, like
no,
Jordans
no,
type
no.
stuff?
Like I don't know. No, I have a pair of Reeboks that I like the classics, and then I have like a pair of Doc Martens, and I have a pair of Timberlands, like not sneakers, but I bought like the leather cleaner and the preserver and from TikTok.
Opinion there, and that's just where I'm going to leave it.
What happened there? Sometimes it's just kind of
What?
switching
What are
on
we
its own.
doing? What is
Just
this?
switching to the next one. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Is she doing drugs?
Look,
No.
factory workers.
What was she squirting in her nose?
Cute girl working in a factory,
So you can do filters. She has one on right now, so that answers
filters
that.
on. Yeah, those. At first I thought, well, are those tips or not? Those are. It looks like some kind of a filter that's on.
Yeah. They're rolling something next to her.
Can you imagine being the workers next to her and you're like working your ass off and she's fucking around with TikTok?
Is that a toy or is it a chicken leg? That's a chicken foot, right? Yeah. It's a chicken factory.
Real chicken? You think?
Yeah, I think that's a chicken leg. No? No. Pig?
In the 40 seconds we've been watching, she hasn't processed shit.
I know,
Look at the
she's-
person behind her.
She's really not cutting the standard.
The person behind her has like processed 50 chickens.
I gotta see what it is. Come on. Start cutting your chicken legs.
And the one in the back is like, it's only because she's cute. And she's like hating her. She's like, this fucking bitch.
She's just like trying to do her job and get out
Look
of
at
here.
everybody working hard behind
It's
her.
probably why
This
she
one,
has her
she
hat
hasn't
pulled
she
down.
hasn't done shit. Look
That's
at her.
why- That's why she's wearing her hat down over her face. She's so mad about this. Yeah, they're chicken feet, right? Pig's feet, chicken feet, right? Look.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't think?
Yeah. You're probably right.
But what is she taking off of it and why? She's taking the bone out? When you stew chicken feet, do you not stew the bone?
But, Chelsea, again, is there anything that one person in the world could be doing that is like, my life sucks so bad nobody wants to watch this? This is a person that's processing chicken feet in a factory in probably
This
China.
is how it's made, though. I'm back to how it's made. Like, how it's made. That's what this is.
And talk about first world problems. You and I mean, we comparatively speaking to people around the world, we probably have it pretty good. We are 1 hour and 33 minutes into our live with Chelsea on the Tossing Salad podcast. We've had 0 people stop by. We have 0 people watching. We're watching somebody filleting chicken feet in a Chinese factory. How many people do you think are watching her do this?
Oh, I've been so wrong. I'm going to go with 800. 1,000
Oh
off
my God, look,
you.
there's a close-up of the feet.
That's for sure a chicken foot. What are you cutting off? 1,800 people. Dang. And she doesn't even have, her username is like a string of numbers and letters.
Chelsea, she's processing chicken feet in a Chinese factory. 2,000 people are watching. we can't pull your sister. We can't pull one person to stop by.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that could be the funny thing. Oh, my.
So I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, there's nothing here that I would stop to even find out what's going on or what he's talking about.
I have a lot of concerns.
And this is Brother Fluff MM Freemasons 'Twas Night Before GL, whatever GL is. How many people do you think are watching Brother Fluff talking right now?
I'm going to go with 190. Okay. I'm not close, but I'm not off by 1,000. Yeah. The insignia, I don't even know what any of it means for the record, but it's concerning.
And he's angry about something.
It's like
that just annoys him.
Something culty is happening here, and is he a conspiracy theorist? Okay, what is the conspiracy that he is upset about? Don't play it. No, don't play it. We have
you
to
don't want to play
first.
it.
We'll play it. It's
I
okay.
think he's complaining about a subset of people, a minority group of something taking advantage of something.
Oh, you think hang on. That's such an easy out.
I mean,
he's a white man.
It is, but I'm also I'm realistic. I live in Missouri.
What if he's like, listen, aliens are real. They came to Earth. They inhabited people. They are the lizard people, and now they walk among us, and you need to listen to me. I'm going to go with that.
Every single time I start a 10-20 tray of cilantro, I just cannot get it to grow. No matter what I do, it's just I get so frustrated. Green sand, I tried this Brianna that I found on Instagram. I can't get it to work.
No, if that was it.
And you don't read the instructions. You dump it in a bowl. You throw how many ever eggs you want in there. You put as much water or milk in there as you want. You don't beat it or fold it the way that it says to beat it and incorporate it in the way it's supposed to be incorporated. You throw it into the oven, you pull it out, and you got a whole mess. Well, the same thing can happen with Freemasonry if I reveal the secrets to you right now.
Oh my
you're not in the right you're not prepared in the right way to receive the secrets. If I give you the secrets, you'll use what.
Oh, I thought he was really talking about baking, and I was like, Brian nailed it. No, he's talking about Freemasonry secrets.
Oh, I gotta switch it back so you can't see the numbers just yet. Dang it.
How are they doing this? How many people can you have on a live together?
Me and you?
No, these people. It's 4 people?
You can have 4, I believe, plus the main person. I think on here can have up to like 7.
Oh, wow.
So just think about how much fun. Well, I say that, but they're outside of you. I mean, who else am I going to get to do something like this?
I love that you thought I didn't understand what you were talking about, and it makes me think maybe others don't. Send them this after and be like, hey, let's do this.
I think Amanda would have fun with it.
She would
she would
totally
be
do it.
one. Brianna, I think, would do it because she's down to have fun.
She would do it.
The sweetest person. But the amount of like what you and I have talked about and the level to which I don't know outside of that who else. And then you start running the risk of dividing your audience in the gardening community. Which I don't personally care.
I don't know about these dramas like this.
I'm not being
I'm
mean.
still just
I'm
a
just
naive
saying.
person in the community. Maybe it's just because I only follow people that follow y'all, so I don't know about the other side of the community.
Yeah, but even the people that follow us, I mean, sometimes it's just by a fingernail sometimes. Severe weather. This is very popular on TikTok.
Really? I'm saying really because if I were to think about the people that actually watch the Weather Channel, it's like my grandpa.
Yeah, nobody under our grandparents' age, which my grandparents have passed in the last couple of years, but most people our age and younger are watching these type of weather guys on TikTok. and they have
Why?
like their own home studios, and they're fucking. I mean, it's rivals anything else that you see.
Wait, give me volume for a minute before I pick the count.
Gusty winds could blow around unsecured
Can you hear the
objects.
volume when I just do that, or do I?
Tree limbs could be blown down, and a few power outages may result.
So
Use
good.
extra caution when driving,
Hi.
especially if operating a high-profile.
All right, let's see here if I can do this here.
Outdoor objects.
All right, here's me.
In
Come in,
Nashville,
kid.
it's 9 p.m. Mostly cloudy. The temperature
Hi
is
guys,
68
hit that
degrees.
follow. We
Dew
need
point was
500
59,
followers. Tell them,
and
Trey.
relative
Get
humidity
Yeah.
was 73%.
Tell them to follow us.
Winds
Follow
were
us,
at
please.
17 miles an hour.
You gotta do it in the camera, you know.
30.
Why?
The pressure was
You gotta do it in the camera. They don't see you.
Whoa!
Say follow us.
Middle
Follow
Tennessee.
us, please.
Yay.
Clarksville, heavy rain, 68.
Ow, I'm hurting.
Crossville, cloudy, 59.
Wait, is this the
Columbia,
number?
Mount Pleasant, cloudy.
All right,
68.
332. We need about.
Is this the norm?
In what sense?
This,
He's
like-
probably on the lower end. I mean, there's a couple really big storm guys on TikTok that have a huge, like their office at home, like multiple screens, and they're
Okay.
zooming in on a bunch of different maps, and they're giving out their own warnings. And
Because
look
we're
at
like
this.
listening to news and he's just zooming in. I'm going to say they're like 200 max. That's pretty, I mean, that's good. I'm just like shocked. He's not even adding commentary. He wasn't when we listened. And now it's mostly his cat.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the thing. This is very interesting.
Honestly, I before we get off at some point, I want to see one of these pottery girls, just so that you and I can actually have this discussion.
I'm gonna guess I'll disagree. Now, so okay, by and large, here's the issue. It's not that maybe they're not. Like, okay, let's look
Are
at
you
this
talking
woman.
pottery, or are you talking something else?
I'm talking pottery, but like, let's look at this woman.
Okay, this one in
She's-
particular. Okay.
Yeah, she's not throwing pots, but she has, we can make similar arguments, right? So there's a couple notes. She's got a half face of glam. She's mostly sitting. I don't think she's actually piercing her lips. I think it's how she did her makeup. Either that or she is.
Isn't she pierced right up here?
No, not pierced. Piercing, like,
Oh, okay.
like, is she like,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think she's working her angles of her face. She knows what.
that's what I think, like, there's a little, or it's her lipstick is also, but I get a little dimple, and I only get the dimple when I pierce, like pucker, like a little kissy face. So I get, there's a vibe, but normally the opposite side of this is like, as a woman, you're raised into society with certain expectations for how you carry yourself and how you present. And so a lot of the like norms and how you do these things are what she's doing, right? Like she's hyper feminized. I am not. Like I'm standing here with no makeup, a hoodie, and a Carhartt beanie, like she's the exact opposite of how I'm presenting at the moment. But I still have long hair. I still have, very feminine characteristics. And so she's doing the like she's doing the like feminine moments, and she's wearing a tank, and she's more voluptuous than I. So it's like those moments, is she doing a thirst trap? Like personally, I would say no. She's a human having a conversation, and as society, we put women in this box where it appears to be. You know what I mean?
It's got to be what, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. She's probably at home. She's in bed.
Bed doesn't help.
This is what somebody's going to be looking like when they're just relaxing, being on a live. This is playing up to, and I'm not judging it. I'm saying she's taking advantage of what she knows gets her some followers. How many people do you think are following her right now? And again, when I offer up something a little different here in this case, I'm not saying because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's kind of just where I'm coming from, and I could be wrong, and you could absolutely be right.
Sure. I'm going to say 800.
I would have guessed higher.
Oh,
What I've seen.
very low, 72. So I'm going to guess this is what she's been wearing. Her makeup does not, and I'm being so freaking critical, but her lips are bleeding. And so she did not put this on for this life.
A guy's not going to know that.
I know, but I'm sharing that, like, I think this is how she's
Or-
been
and
presenting
I-
all day.
When I say a guy, anybody that would be attracted to her.
Sure. You don't know. I know.
You're seeing the whole thing. You're like, oh, pretty eyes.
No, but I'm saying I think she's been presenting this way all day. I do not think she did this for this live. I think this has been her outfit, and she is appearing like she has a stain on her shirt. She's appearing in this live in the outfit. She's similar to me. Like, this is the outfit I've been wearing all day. I put the hat on because I went outside, and then I can't take the hat off because now my hair is ruined. So this is how I'm showing up. You know, like I'm going to just guess she's been wearing this all day. This is not a ploy. Now, I'm not going to disagree that there aren't ploys where, like, my presentation is part of my whatever. I don't think this is that. See what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. And she could easily, yes, this could be her outfit for the day.
For sure.
She purposefully is like, well, if I'm getting on a live, I'm not taking this off.
But this is such an average outfit. Like, she just happens to be voluptuous. This is like what?
Yeah.
The amount of times I'm wearing literally this outfit to work. She probably wore this outfit to work. There's nothing
but
wrong with
9
this
o'clock
outfit.
at night, you're not wearing this if you weren't going live and you're just watching The Circle on Netflix at night.
I bet money this is what she was wearing. Like, I am wearing exactly what I left the restaurant that I ate dinner at in. I didn't have time to change.
I wish we
bet.
knew her and we could just ask her.
I'm telling you. Now,
Did we show how many people were watching? 72?
yeah, this is quite low. Chat and chill. There's a stain on your shirt. If you put this on for the live, you notice these things.
I think people that would be interested in her physically.
No, but that's
you're
the
not even-
audience's
you're not even
problem.
you're not seeing the stain.
Sure, but that's the audience's problem. That's not her problem.
No, true. Yeah. I agree.
So she's not purposefully doing a thirst trap. It's just how we've sexualized women in society, in which way we're now assuming you are a thirst trap.
Do you understand how and why I'm so bored with gardening content?
This is fun. This is an interesting, it's a tough, interesting position. I wish we came across the man who chops wood. He'd be such a good, like, male diagnostic in this.
Oh yeah, for sure. And for some reason, it just changes the live for us. I don't know why. I'm not doing that. Like this guy here, Vietnam, I can just tell by the wording at the bottom. And for some reason, it switches, so it won't even stay on his thing. I would watch this. I find street vendors very interesting. I don't know why it's changing. I can't keep it on there.
Oh, it did automatically. I see what you're saying.
Oh, here's one. Okay, let's discuss here. So you tell me this. Oh wait, why is it changing on us? So would you say that this is just what she was wearing today, and she was like, oh, I think I'll go live.
I see what you're saying.
I mean, beautiful woman.
For sure. She just showed that she's not married there.
The eyes. Let's see if she's saying anything. I don't think she's really saying anything. I can't hear anything. Can you?
Oh, I can, yeah. It's like a weird elevator music at a spa.
I'm thinking that she's not American then.
Oh, so she's not talking because she's an accent?
I'm thinking she is like Eastern.
Oh, she's a filter on.
Oh, you think so?
I'm quite certain. Her
I think she's
eyelashes
like
are sticking away from her eyes. She's a
East-
filter on.
East European.
She doesn't have the girl next door American vibe. Definitely she has a mascara filter on, I think. I hate the filters. I wish we could see if they were using a filter. Like, it gives false ideals of what beauty is.
So I would think something like Ukraine,
Yes.
Poland.
There's an eyelash filter. It's just the. Okay. Now listen. The last one, I will die on the sword that was just a woman wearing an outfit all day. She is wearing a push-up tank top. It's just a little tough.
And she's getting tipped out. You see her kind of thanking doing the little heart emoji and thanking people. So she's getting tipped out. We can't see it on our stream.
Now,
if we were on the actual TikTok stream,
yeah,
you could see the tips flying through.
I would say I don't think any of us disagree, right? Neither of us are disagreeing with this content. It's more, I think the question we're discussing is, what are they selling? Like, I think she's selling a thirst trap.
Chelsea, at this point, you and I are just kind of talking, having fun, and we're just hoping one person stops in so that we can end the live.
No one's gonna
I think
stop it.
I think she's using what she knows that she can with the people that are watching.
This is a thirst trap. This is
And
a
I'm
boob
not,
trap.
and I'm
Let's
not.
be-
Trust me, I'm like, good for her.
Yeah.
She's making some money or whatever doing this, and she's at home probably, and she obviously doesn't have to do much. She just sits here, beautiful. Probably an older lady. You're probably right. She probably has a filter on. She seems like she'd be a little bit older, but then the filter's kind of masking a little bit. But that's fine. Got the
Yeah,
boobage
what is
out.
age?
The boobies are boobieing.
She's rocking it. Like it's to me, I think the greater question is like, what is the content? Yeah, she got a tip for sure. Like, what is the content you're creating? And it's quite clear what she's creating, right? Like, she's not saying a word.
Yeah, she hasn't said one thing, which is again another thing why I think that she's not American. I think she's Eastern European.
There's
How
a
many
filter
people?
in her eyes.
How many people?
She's getting lots of tips, so there have to be over 1,000. Ooh, not quite. They're tipping. I keep seeing those hearts.
840, but if people are tipping,
And I have no problem commoditizing sex. I think it's more assuming a commoditization of sex when there isn't one. This
if here's my take on it. If she is the one that's in control, and she's doing what she wants,
totally.
great.
And we can't technically know, right? Like we don't know what's
we
happening.
don't know. All we're doing is we're entertaining ourselves right now, because we have nobody watching us. I'm entertaining you. You're entertaining me.
I mean,
1 hour.
No one's
52
joining
minutes.
during this. Is anyone ever going to join? You know?
Not one person that we know, because you and I have put in our notes on Instagram that we were doing a live on YouTube, and everybody's like, "Fuck that."
I think we should have we should link a link. You know, like be more strategic.
Yeah, if anybody wanted to, they'd find a way. It's fine. Trust me, it's fine. I say stuff like that it's just because it's funny content. It honestly doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
That took a turn.
Whoa, hold on. I got to go back to hiding your thing just in case we come up with something kind of interesting.
Oh, is he a plastic surgeon?
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, he's wearing like black scrubs,
Right.
looking very like I have wrinkles, but you should not.
Black scrubs. His stethoscope is all blacked out.
Spends way too much money on his gear. It's for sure a plastic surgeon.
I want to scroll
more
through a few
wood
kind of
stuff.
fast. Okay, here's something different. Right? Something different.
Yes, that's a thirst trap. You know.
And she's at home.
What an angle, girlfriend. You rock it.
She's comfortable. She's having a good time, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, hey, work what your mama gave you. It's just there's not a lot hidden there to wonder about.
This is Lexus Page says, "Chill with me." She's watching Buffy. How many people do you think?
Just based on the last one, I'm gonna go with 800.
I would have gotten this one wrong. I would have put this a lot higher. And again, I think we're at the early end of the lives on TikTok, so these numbers are going to be super low.
13? I'm shocked.
I think I mean I've seen stuff like this to where it's like thousands, couple 2,000-3,000.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. I'm actually shocked.
I think we're just at the early part.
A lot of meat stuff. Oh, puppies!
Now I would stop on a puppy thing. I absolutely would watch.
I would
a whole
too.
bunch of
I can
puppies.
see the viewing, unfortunately, and I see that it's only 42. That's a bummer.
Oh yeah, because the name pops out.
Okay, tell me this. Has it, or have we been doing, no, but that doesn't make sense. But have we been doing this too long to where now we're like hitting lives that haven't picked up traction yet?
I don't know. You're asking me. I have no fucking clue.
They're like, you've been on this too long. You're now the first viewer of this live.
We're obviously to the point to where we're entertaining each other, and I mean I'm telling you, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, this
regardless
is
of
just,
how many people are
this is
watching.
what I
We're
would
at
be doing.
Bowling Alley.
Bowling alley.
Janelle Bowling is my second night, my night bowling league. So just a bunch of people that are in their bowling league on a Wednesday night, and they're like, let's do a live. Let's just stick the phone up. How many people do you think that we can get to watch us bowl?
How many of them know what a live is? The fact that they say Gen Z runs TikTok, I have not seen one Gen Z.
Not in this picture.
No, not tonight. A 280? Okay.
Watching them playing bowling.
Have you seen, we haven't seen, he could be Gen Z, I guess.
Here's something that I'm like, okay, look, play an instrument. I can't play shit. I can't play an instrument. This is something that's okay. It's entertainment. It's probably not going to be music that I would listen to. I probably wouldn't stop on this one, but I'm like, I hope he's getting people listening to him. Anybody that can be kind of creative, I want to at least wish that they are getting some support some way.
Yeah, I want them to find their audience. I like that. What is this? 300?
Let's just listen to
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Wait, what is it? I say 300.
I totally misjudged this guy.
That was good. Oh, nice.
And I'm glad. I'm glad that 752 people are listening to this cat and his guitar
Over My Pony.
with Genuine. There's no way I would have guessed that. None.
Nope. It's not really the vibe he's giving off without the music on.
But I mean, the guy's got great eyes.
Yeah, but
I
he
mean,
could
he's
be
feeling
playing
it.
almost anything.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy.
This is the second time I think we've seen him.
Yeah, so I do think if we're seeing him a second time,
There's no way they're serving up. I think,
we hit a loop.
yeah, there's way too many things for us to have looped around. It's got to be a secondary channel.
No, you think I've hit loops, or is it always secondary channels? I guess it is a different angle.
3.6 thousand people, which I mean, yeah, I get it. Okay, what about this, Chelsea?
No, these are just women.
This is coming back from the gym, or this is what they worked out in, or
No, they're in PJs. These are normal PJs.
722 people.
And no, they're in sweats. She's in joggers. I misread that.
A couple of cute girls just kind of hanging out, interacting, probably calling out all the inappropriate comments.
Personally, I'm definitely in the belief system that like wear whatever you want to wear, and it's your audience, not you. Like you can wear whatever clothes you want to wear. Like, listen, they both got cool tats. Why would you not wear a tank? I get it. I don't think they're like commoditizing. Like, look how they're sitting. You know, so different than the woman who's like sitting like, hi. Nice to see you, and her angle is like staring down at her breasts. Like, this is just, I'm a woman.
Is she vaping in the back?
Yeah, totes. Yeah, this is our first. Are they Gen Z? How old is Gen Z today?
Let me change this so that I don't want you to keep seeing these right off.
Oh, I didn't see it. I don't know for this one.
722, by the way. We're at
722. Oh god, they're both vaping. Yuck.
2-hour mark here on the Toss and Salad podcast live. We're here with Chelsea, and we are at 0 viewers. We've had nobody stop by.
Oh, we may. Oh.
This could be a swinger thing.
Oh,
I
it
didn't do
ended.
that.
Oh.
It changed on me. Hold on.
No, it ended.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Kind of scrolling on us.
Yeah, some of the sounds on. There's some bugginess. It's like we want you to watch the lives, not scroll. All right, we need like I may be getting near my end at this point, just with the time. We need an ending point.
Well, I would suggest we get one person to watch, but that's obviously not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
let's
Not
do-
today.
Let's do 3 minutes, and let me do a quick scroll just to see if there's one thing here.
What?
Here's somebody on a treadmill. Do you do a treadmill?
No.
Would you care to guess how many people are watching her on the treadmill right now?
I'm just perplexed by what is she leading a class or is she just, like, is she like,
She's just hanging out. She's not leading the class. She's just hanging out on the treadmill.
if she's leading a class.
She's
but
not leading the class. There's no way.
Why are you talking to us on the treadmill?
Well, it's because there's 3,000 people watching her on the treadmill.
What?
Southpaw Marley.
Okay, for the most part, we don't know the background. Like, okay, is this a fitness person?
This is, well, yeah, sure. This is also, does she have a bra on?
Yes,
That's
she has a bra on. Sports
Does
bras
she?
aren't padded.
That's another huge thing on these TikToks.
You cannot run on the treadmill without a bra. She has to have a bra on. I would bet. Oh, it scrolled.
Interesting. Just different.
Okay, nails. I like nail talk. I'm big in nail talk.
I just, tarot
Oh,
cards.
tarot talk.
Those are always really popular, I've seen. But this one here only has 183 people. Another bowling.
Bowling.
A different look. We haven't seen all tonight. This one has 90 people watching her. 1,000 people watching these guys. Ask me all the questions, it says. So, this is some juicy questions getting asked.
What's the ant?
Let's see here. 2 minutes left, let's say. Let's scroll through. Older lady sitting here just relaxing, right?
That's spicy. I'm like, what's happening there?
How many people? Quick. How many people? She's watching Netflix.
500.
1.2 thousand people watching.
Holy crap.
Casino. The angle kind of down. And you're probably like, well, that's just how it is. Okay, that might be.
I'm
31
telling you,
people.
that's how that is.
Come on, give us something that we can end on something super interesting.
No, she's too young. Keep going.
You know
comment.
what?
I'm not counting people underage.
We haven't seen that. Well, I'm not going to say anything unless we see it.
What?
No, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, they're too
We
young.
lost doing nothing.
No,
We
those,
fucking-
those are the girls that are. What's that thing you were talking about earlier?
No, they're like 15. You can't comment on them.
These? No, these.
No,
are
she has a boob
young
job, so she
20s.
has to be over 18.
Yeah. And so
What is this?
mom and daughter, and then hot guy.
Hot is a strong word.
Well, I mean, obviously somebody works out, comfortable with his looks.
He looks like an 80s fitness instructor. What's happening?
That's kind of the 56 people watching that one.
Okay, that's fair.
Cute
Oh,
puppies,
puppies.
214, guys in trucks. Come on, give us something that we can end with that's kind of just different. I've seen a lot of these military ones, the military girls.
Oh, I haven't seen. I'm like, my box
Marines.
is expanding.
Marines and Army, and where they're getting ready in the morning.
Oh, Get Ready With Me is like a whole.
Get ready with me, but military wise, and they're showing how they do the type of oil or grease they use. The girls use in the military.
Oh no, that's
About-
combat gel. The woman
it?
just
Okay.
yeah, it's a woman like paid. My guess, combat gel went viral. She had to pay a ton of influencers.
But I've seen a lot of people doing those.
I have too, and so like if you're seeing it and I'm seeing it, and we're on different sides of TikTok because we have to be in some ways. She clearly got a market niche.
There's got to be something that we can end our live on that is.
What is happening? Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Hot
Bikinis
tub,
in a
that's
hot
kinda-
tub.
you know,
That's a
that's just-
thirst
yeah.
trap.
Cute girl in her bedroom. Another cute girl in her bedroom.
No, she's too young. That's disturbing. What's happening? Short of that being your uncle, go home.
The country bar.
Oh, we finally find swing dancing.
Yeah. There's got to be something that there's 1,000 people watching this.
That's very interesting.
Come on, we've got to end on something to where we're just like, we're both going to be like, this is what we're going to end the night on at the 2-hour mark. No, Brianna's not going to even believe that you were with me for 2 hours doing this shit.
Oh, she totally will.
I mean, cute girl there.
Yeah.
100 people watching her.
Guy to help you get rich quick. In reality, he's not.
Robot.
Oh, wait, I've seen this. Have you seen this?
I've seen this, and I don't know if there's a bunch of people copying, like recording the video while she's doing this. But
This
there's
is the OG,
difference.
though, right?
Rita_robots is the OG.
I mean, I think, how else would I see the same robot?
We've seen this robot 3 times now tonight in the last 15 minutes as we've scrolled through.
So she must have 3 cameras, because how would they get this angle?
She could have 3 cameras, or what a lot of people do. A lot of accounts will spoof a live or record something previous and make it look like a live.
Oh my God! Seriously, people.
Let's get something interesting.
The women in tiaras.
Confederate flag in the background. I mean, that's 349 watching this. Come chill. Gifts are welcome.
What was happening there?
Give me something that is just like you and I are like, this is it. This is what we're going to end on. We're going to come across it, and then we're going to be like, yep, that's it.
I'm confused by a lot of things. It's an interesting hairstyle.
Every one of these are way more than the people we drew tonight. I mean, like this here, somebody pulling out of their driveway has 5 people. We have 0.
Oh, they're shoveling snow. They're shoveling snow.
Oh, well, still.
Yeah. The sexy dance, I don't know.
Chess, that's another huge one. This one is, I'm going to, hold on, just so that you can kind of see it with me.
Ooh.
5,000 people watching this, but I get that.
This makes more sense to me.
cooking stuff behind the scenes, another cooking. I love it.
Yeah, I
see
follow
that.
all that stuff. I love that.
Come on, there has to be one, and we're like,
I'm like really curious what would get you to stop. Not dissimilar to what we've seen. Oh, the pearls are all over mine.
Yeah,
And I'm like, why?
same.
Why though? Because we follow cooking? Dungeons and Dragons? No, that was what was that game? What's the game of the cards?
Quite honestly, I just hope that we had come up with one of the pottery girls. So I think that would be a good conversation between me and you. Here, I mean, that was another one with the ping pong balls. Oh,
Gamers.
man. Somebody just not doing anything. 58 people watching her. Guy with his shirt off. He's like, oh my God, it's hot. It's January. Wherever I live, it's hot.
Yeah, it's not that hot, bro. Put your shirt on.
Come on, there's got to be something to where we're like, this is it. But I mean, I'm telling you, in the meantime,
This is kind of what it's all been, though. I'm like, what is gonna be that different? Back to the trees.
but this is it's
Oh,
kind of
there's swingers, IRL.
of life
Oh, my.
in 2023. This is just like what people around the world are doing. So this is another one. Where it's
Oh
like,
my
have you seen
God,
these?
no.
I'm not talking until somebody cute joins. So many people I've seen these. Guys
18
and girls.
plus.
And
No,
he'll
it just
come
says-
on, and he'll be like, nah, and he'll just kick them off. And I'm like, why are you doing this?
Oh my God, bro.
But I mean, you're looking at some of this stuff, and you're like, if you and I weren't doing what we were doing, we'd be like, we could do anything. Chelsea, you and I can get on here. We'd have thousands of people watching.
Would we? Apparently we would not. Oh, we just saw 0 views. 1 view.
Oh, that was a 0. Hold on.
Go
Where was
back,
that? Next
back.
one?
Here we go. It's a gamer.
Here's the one that kind of matches the content we're putting out. Nobody wants to watch this person.
Same.
Nobody wants to watch us.
And there's our 1 viewer.
So this right here is the view, and you watch, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm starting to notice some of our garden friends doing this.
Doing what?
That view. The view, that right there. That's the view.
Okay.
I know.
on.
Tell me. Talk to me.
That view can definitely be unintentional. The way she is doing it is incredibly intentional. But that view can definitely be unintentional. Like, absolutely accidental.
Yes. You
Like-
were absolutely right.
That girlfriend has a push-up bra on and she's wearing shirt is a generous word. I don't
Got
know.
a Carhartt hat on too, huh?
Yeah, now we're matching. She's going with like maybe she's a lesbian. There's Batman with his shirt off. That wasn't enticing enough for you? Oh, flies.
Well, I think we're just going to kind of end up
I think
kinda
this is
looking at the
just,
same stuff.
I don't think anything blows your mind. I think like this is the lives. I'm like, I don't know what you'd stop at.
Yeah, I mean, I in my head I've got a few things, and I'm just like, I know, but when we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes of our own live, and I know you have to get up and do a bunch of stuff, and I thought this is exactly what I wanted to do without being able to describe it to you.
Mm-hmm. I knew exactly. I'm telling you, I knew exactly. This is what I expected.
I had no idea we would have 2 hours worth of content of doing this, but it's exactly.
And no one else thinks we have content doing
And
this.
yeah,
But
this is. I mean, I'll try to come up with some kind of a clip out of this just to toss it up.
Yeah, you gotta advertise.
Try to make it like, hey, we had a great time doing this with 0 people watching. I see something like this, I'm like, oh, this poor girl, her back has got to be wrecked. There's no way she can.
The proportions are a lot.
But here's where we'll end it on. I just hope that when you and Brianna get together, that maybe for one karaoke song, you guys will go live.
What song?
Some duet. Do you guys have like a duet that's like your duet with the two of you that you guys are like?
We've sung duets in talent shows and concerts, but we were children, but we have.
Something like that. You guys have to do it.
We did Double Trouble Dixie Chicks.
So
Sing double.
I think that would be great. I would
God.
love to watch that.
Oh.
So
I'll tell her.
I think we're just like, there's just
This
nothing.
is just the depths of the internet. That's what we've entered to. Because we're getting down to like 12, 3 views, 2 views. We weren't even 2 views. 4. You're 6. We are in the depths. 0. We've reached our level. We've gotten there.
This would be 2 hours, 16 minutes, and then somebody would probably stumble onto our live. And again, I think our live, there was value in it for somebody. But maybe there's probably things that people just don't understand. There's just a certain level of, there's a sense of humor sometimes that's just, it's funny maybe to you and I, and the other people are just like,
Yeah, it's the inside jokes. I would guess it's more 4, 6. Yeah, we're down here. We found it. They're prioritizing the high watching lives. We have been here too long.
We've been here too long, but I honestly think the night is just getting started for these
On
lives.
TikTok.
The crazy ones, literally, I'll wake up, it'll be 2 o'clock at night, I can't sleep, and I make the mistake of rolling over, grabbing my phone, and I'll just start going through on the lives,
wow.
and I'm
Love
like,
it.
oh my God, I can't believe these people are live streaming this, and I can't believe there's 2,000 people watching it. So,
Batman's back. He's back.
So, all right, well, we're gonna call it 2:17:32.
Chelsea Cat Meow. Good ending.
Our live is now over and complete. Chelsea, I appreciate you doing this with me. This
Super
was
fun.
Probably the most fun thing I've ever done that nobody's ever seen.
Very fun, very silly. Anytime.
And tell your husband I appreciate him spending the 20, 30 minutes. There had to have been something else he wanted to do, and he's like, I don't want to go try to fix this for you.
No, he's used to it. Plus, now he came up with an idea I didn't come up with, but technically he didn't fix anything.
Well, but now kind of going through, next time if we have this problem. I just hope they get the bug fixed. But this is exactly why I want this platform to work, because this gives us an opportunity to do this, but not only surfing through lives on TikTok, but can you imagine us revisiting even our Star Wars conversation, and we pull up the spreadsheet, everybody can look at it as we're talking about certain things.
This would be the way to live watch the movie too.
Yeah, maybe that's something obviously for us to kind of discuss later on, because I think that was funny.
It's probably too long.
It was too long with everybody else that really didn't care about having to do that. But you and I, we went through the entire thing, and towards the end we had a bunch of stuff we were talking about. Then we had the one guy that wanted some attention or whatever, and in the end it was fun.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that was funny.
Okay, here's what we're in. This right here, I've seen a lot of these to where they make you guess what is going on.
It's a pillow and a bed.
Is it? There's
Yeah, it's a pillow.
6.8 thousand people thinking it's probably maybe something else.
Yeah, they're hoping it's sex. That's just them floating their phone in between their pillow and their bed.
2 o'clock in the morning, you're going to see a lot of this stuff here to where people are like,
Fake sex?
they're thinking it's something.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's a pillow.
No, there's what for our next one. So hopefully, I would love to do this again. I think this is
Should
fun.
do it again. Should do it again. I think it'd be funny to like force others, now that we know what we're doing, maybe don't send them the link. And be
Somebody
like,
kind of
if
just
we're
super
friends.
uncomfortable.
If we're friends, you will join this. I don't
Like,
know.
like Brianna, what do you think's going on this video right here?
Yeah.
Give us three things you think is going on.
I'm so 100% sure that's pillow. Why are there 6.8 people watching that?
And I guarantee you they're getting tips and then they're sending people back to their Instagram page. That's another big thing is they're going to be like, if you want to see the real spicy stuff, they'll say, go hit up my Instagram. So then you go to their Instagram and you're asking, well, how do you know this? Well, it's just because honestly, it's because I'm just kind of curious what they're doing. Like
Yeah.
what is the whole process of this?
Oh,
So
yeah.
send everybody to their Instagram page to build that up, and then that's where you're able to get to their OnlyFans because you can't link that from TikTok.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not a person.
So, anyways, all right, I'm ending this. I'm going to scroll up here. Chelsea, thank you. This is so much fun. Tomorrow we'll recap a little bit, and then I'll be curious to see what Brianna says. Like, oh, I fell asleep, y'all. I fell asleep. I'm sorry, I was so tired. I was like, oh, that's fine. We had plenty of people watching.
Yeah, we had really a pretty big audience, so she missed out. It's fine. Next time.
All right, have a good night. We'll see you.
You too. See you,
Bye.
Brian.